They've escaped Syria's brutal civil war, and now they're scavenging to survive in Turkey. 16-year-old Mohammed Hussein and his 5-year-old brother Wissam roam the streets of the Turkish city of Gaziantep, looking to fill their sacks with cans and bottles. They are among some 350,000 refugees who have poured into the city, which sits only 50 kilometers from the Syrian border.
There was a war in Aleppo. The opposition soldiers came and we ran away.
What are you doing in Turkey?
I collect plastic bottles.
Between them, they can earn up to $11 a day by cashing in their cans and bottles at a recycling center. That money is a major source of income for their family. It is illegal for the boys' parents to work regular jobs, since Turkey forbids employers from hiring Syrian refugees.
It's unbelievably hard to earn money. I would never have allowed my children to work, but we need to pay the rent and bills, and we barely manage to.
With 8 children to feed, including an infant, life in Turkey is a struggle for the Hussein family. There are 10 of them living in one dimly lit room. But it's far better than the terror they faced back home in war-torn Aleppo.
Intensive firebombing forced us to leave to save our children. We rented a car and left one day early in the morning.
Sending children to scratch out a living on the streets is not without its risk either. Turkish authorities are cracking down on refugee scavengers and beggars. Mohammed was picked up by the police. Luckily, our Turkish guide intervened and convinced authorities to let him go. What happened?
I was detained.
Mohammed and the entire family could have been sent to a refugee camp, something they wanted to avoid. Your movement is restricted. You have to ask permission every time you leave the camp, and you cannot work. That's why a lot of Syrians who came here prefer, if they have a little bit of money, to stay in rented apartments or little houses rather than move to the camp, because then they can work, even though illegally, and have the freedom of movement. Mohammed's mother was shaken by the close call.
From now on, you're going to stay at home. Look at your brother. Do you know how much he cried? Do you know how long he had to run to get home?
Back at the apartment, Mohammed tried to reassure his mom.
I managed to run away, but I noticed they took Wissam. So I came back and told the policeman to let him go and take me instead.
The run-in with Turkish authorities, however, was too much for Mohammed and Wissam's parents to bear. Their kids' days as bottle and can collectors are over. But the brothers are still on the streets of Gaziantep, hunting for less risky ways to help support their family.